This is my favorite drill ever, and it's gonna help you improve drastically. It's gonna help you get from that level 1 backhand to that level 9 backhand within a couple practice sessions. Hey guys, it's Coach Vlad from VS Tennis Academy. I'm a PTR certified tennis coach. I have 13 years of playing experience as well as 5 years of teaching experience. And today we're gonna go over the 3 deadliest two-handed backhand mistakes that you can make that keep you from going from that 2-5 to that 4-0 and 4-5 level. So, mistake number 3 that I see most often in players is keeping your hands too wide apart actually. It is acceptable to keep your hands a little bit apart, which you see David Ferrer used to do, Djokovic does, he keeps his hands far apart. Most other players keep their hands together. So my main recommendation is just keep your hands together like this. The reason for that is if your hands are far apart, it's easier to control the ball, yes, but you have less reach, which you already don't have on the two-handed backhand, and you have less ability to add topspin with two hands like this because you're basically holding your racket like a mop. So yeah, you shouldn't do that. My main recommendation is just have your hands lightly touch each other as you hit. So I'll give a visual demonstration of what happens when you have them too far apart, which I see a lot of people do. It's almost on the throat. So yeah, this is what happens. It goes like this and then doesn't really go anywhere. It goes too far to the right most often. So another demonstration of your hands being too far apart. It will be like this, and it's just in general harder to control. You can't finish properly. It's very hard to turn too. Hands together, it's a lot easier to go forward with the ball and finish properly. That ball was out, sorry. But like this, yeah. So you can add topspin and everything much easier with your hands closer together. So the second deadliest two-handed backhand mistake would actually be finishing with your hands too close to your body. So you're like this. I call it T-Rex arms, or like a chicken wing arms. That's what I call it with the kids a lot. So what happens is you finish here, and what happens when you do that is you can't extend your racket forward. And a lot of the times when we hit our shots, where the ball goes is where our racket goes after the contact point. So you contact the ball, racket should be going forward. But if I finish here, look at where the racket goes. Racket goes straight here. You can't even go forward. I guess you could if you prone it and then take it to yourself, but that's not gonna happen. So my main recommendation to have your racket go forward on after the ball is to keep your left and your right hand high after the end, almost like a golf swing. Yeah, so it will be a demonstration of a pretty usual golf swing. So let me show you both. So chicken wing backhand, ball doesn't go anywhere. It's really hard to get power like that, really hard to get control. Full backhand. So your racket goes as far forward as possible and then finishes up here. If your racket goes forward, it's actually pretty hard to not finish here. So that's the second mistake I see most often that just keeps you from making those backhands in. This one is unscripted. I just thought about it while filming the video, but bonus tip. Whenever you finish high, your body ends up rotating with the racket. Whenever you finish here, a lot of the times people don't rotate enough and they're here and you can't rotate. So if you finish with your elbows high, also focus on this hip coming through and rotating. And that's gonna make your backhand full. So again, no rotation kind of here, and rotation, racket goes forward and your elbows end high. So you can see the visual difference between this and this. That's where you get the power from, because you get most of your power from the ground up and then to your arms. So it also matters a lot how you use all of this together. So the single deadliest mistake you can ever make on your backhand would actually be using your right hand too much and not using your left hand enough. And I see everybody do this. Everybody has done it at one stage in their playing career. Whether you were 7 and you're a pro player now, this is the most common mistake you can make. So what ends up happening is because we're right-handed, or for lefties we're left-handed, we use our dominant hand way more than our non-dominant hand. And the backhand, how I like to explain it, is a left-handed forehand for a righty. So what ends up happening when you hit a backhand is your left hand is probably 60% of the work. So even if I do a left-handed forehand with my racket up here, this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna hit it like this. So look, and it looks exactly like my normal backhand. So I would like to have people use both hands on the backhand because it allows them to just have more control with this hand. A great way to fix it, which I always love to do, this is my favorite drill ever, and it's gonna help you improve drastically. It's gonna help you get from that level 1 backhand to that level 9 backhand within a couple practice sessions. So this drill is actually pretty easy. You can do it with a coach, you can do it by yourself, you can do it with a partner and play left-handed. So the drill is basically just playing left-handed with your left hand holding your racket up here. So it wouldn't be at the bottom because it's unrealistic, and we want to make everything as realistic as possible when we practice. So you hold it up here like you hold your normal backhand, and then you just have rallies with your partner, or you feed to yourself, have baskets. And once you get good at doing left-handed shots, your backhand is going to get drastically different. And then after that, you're gonna start adding your left hand, and how I like to, adding your right hand actually, but how I like to add the right hand is first you hold it like this, you hold it with one finger. You add it and you keep playing with one finger, then you add your second finger, and then you slowly keep adding all the fingers until you're playing mostly with the left hand, but your right hand is there to stabilize the racket. So the right hand is there to stabilize, left hand is there to redirect the ball. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please like, subscribe, and comment what you thought about the video. And tune in for our other videos. You can click on them right here to watch the forehand mistakes. And there's probably another backhand mistake video for one-handed backhands in the description. Thanks so much for watching, and have a good rest of your day. Stay playing tennis.